In this video, I'm going to finally reveal what kind of name I have picked for the Model X. So you see, up until now, I've been talking about this name, about the Model X. Oh, by the way, right now I'm sitting in the Model S. Yeah, this is the Millennium Falcon, if you guys are following me. If you don't, then Millennium Falcon is originally a name for the spacecraft in the Star Wars universe, run by Han Solo, yeah, and Chewbacca. But yeah, that was the name for this car, but the Model X will have a different name. So I've been talking about this name, X-Wing, for a while. But you know what? X-Wing is not a good name for the Model X. Now let me explain. X-Wing is the name for a type of spacecraft, whereas Millennium Falcon is a name for an actual spacecraft. So in the Java world, this would be that X-Wing is a class name, whereas Millennium Falcon is an object name. So it doesn't make sense to use a class name for an actual instance, you know. So for you guys who are Star Wars. Yeah, I actually did play StarCraft back in the days, yeah. But for you guys who are Star Wars fans, we have to leave the Star Wars universe and enter another universe. So in the 80s, I grew up in the 80s, and during the 80s, you know, there were lots of comics out there, yeah. And one of them, yeah, I was a big fan of one of them, which was Transformers. So let me explain a little bit about Transformers. It is, of course, a fictionary sci-fi comics, cartoon, and also eventually movies about these robots that fight each other. There's always a good and a bad side. So we have the Autobots, the good side, and then we have the Decepticons, the bad side. And all of them come from the planet of Cybertron. Yeah, this gets very nerdy now. So anyway, so they came, there was like a coincidence that they arrived in the planet Earth, and they've been fighting over this energy source, Energon, yeah, because this was made in the 70s, I mean, in the 80s, so, you know, back in the days, yeah. Energy has to be in liquid form, energon, yeah. That's the energy source that they use to fuel the robots. So we have the good side, the Autobots. They transform into robots. I mean, sorry, they are robots, and they transform into vehicles, cars primarily. You have like, yeah, different cars. And then you have Decepticons that transform into airplanes and some other stuff. And actually the leader, Megatron, he transformed into a gun. So it is natural that we pick the good side, of course, the Autobots, because they are cars, obviously, it makes sense. And yeah, so we are gonna be Autobots fighting Decepticons. So Decepticons will be, I don't know, oil industry, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the anti-EV drivers, you know, the fossils, yeah, they are probably Decepticons. Yeah, they will try to make life hard for us EV drivers. But which robot should I pick then on the Autobot side? Well, my first thought was, of course, the most obvious one is Bumblebee. Bumblebee is a nice bot. He's kind and all that. He in the first generation cartoon in the 80s, he transformed into a beetle, a yellow beetle, a Volkswagen Beetle. And he has a friend, his name is Sparkplug, a human friend. And they always do stuff together, so that's cool. And he's like a really kind robot, has horns and all that stuff. So, and also in the movie, he transforms into a Camaro. Yeah, a Chevrolet Camaro in the beginning. Oh, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Because, yeah, if you haven't watched the video yet, I mean, yeah, the movie. But during the video, he also scans, because that one, what was his name again? I don't remember. But anyway, the main character, you know, he was complaining a little bit about the car. But, you know, because this robot is high-tech, he scanned another Camaro, a much new one, and then it transformed into this one instead, like a new version of the Camaro, yeah. So that's cool. But Camaro, yeah, it's an awesome car, but it's yellow. Bumblebee is yellow, and it's kind of small and all that. So I don't think I would call it Bumblebee. It's too cute. Model X is freaking huge, so I have to name it another robot. And yeah, for you guys who don't know Transformers, you're like, come on, Bjorn, just tell it. And of course, for you guys who are Transformers fan, you're gonna like, oh, yeah, of course, that's the only name he has to pick. So what name is it gonna be? Well, it's gonna be Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime is the leader of the Autobots, and he is, well, okay, one thing though is he transforms into a truck, and he has a trailer. So, you know, that doesn't fit the Model X because the Model X is an SUV. But again, I can draw some similarities because the Model X will pull some trailers, I think, yeah. And it is also strong as a truck at least. So, yeah. And the Model X will be blue, and Optimus Prime is primarily blue and red. And another thing is Optimus Prime was like one of the 13 first the first Transformers to be created. So that also makes sense with the Model X, which is a Founders Edition. It will come fairly early, a lot earlier than other people who have been waiting for years. But then again, we still have already now Model X being delivered in the United States as we speak. But again, it is pretty early. Yeah, it's not the first one. So that kind of makes sense. And you know what? Autobots, if you see in the movie, it can drive itself. Yeah, that was, we saw in Bumblebee, he could drive itself because it's a robot. And yeah, it kind of makes sense for the Tesla that it is autonomous. You have autopark, you have autopilot and stuff like that. So over the years, you know, the Model X will be more and more autonomous. So that kind of makes sense. And yeah, as I mentioned, the Energon, well, it will need energy, so in the form of electricity, yeah. So we have electricity that the car will constantly need, yeah, to fuel itself. So that's awesome. And also like the Model X is also like high tech. You have like the freaking Falcon wing doors and stuff. And well, it can't transform yet. Maybe one day. Well, actually, okay, it can transform into a camper. Yeah, no, but yeah. So that's cool. Optimus Prime. That's gonna be the name. Yeah, I'm gonna call it Optimus Prime. And as far as I know, I don't think anyone or not too many people had picked that name. So it should be fairly unique. Because actually, I think the Millennium Falcon name wasn't too unique. There were actually a few people who used it. But Optimus Prime, oh, it's gonna be awesome. I'm looking forward to this. Yeah, yes. I already picked the name, so hopefully in a couple of months we'll get the car. Ooh, yeah. So anyway, that's it for now then.